Hey Bears fans, we're back with an exclusive video and the latest updates on our beloved Chicago Bears. Before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. That way, you'll always stay up to date with breaking news and exclusive content. The world of football is buzzing, and fans are holding their breaths as one of the sport's most electrifying figures, Caleb Williams, reportedly throws down what many are already calling an ultimatum that could shake the league to its core. Rumors are swirling around the locker rooms and executive offices, with whispers suggesting that Williams is drawing an unwavering line in the sand. If a certain, highly controversial player were to join the Chicago Bears, he would not hesitate to pack up and leave, sparking a chain reaction that could alter the very dynamics of one of the most storied franchises in football history. Analysts and insiders are struggling to piece together the motivations behind this bold declaration, wondering whether it stems from past rivalries, philosophical differences, or simply the high-stakes politics that often permeate professional sports. The speculation is not just about on-field competition. Sources suggest there may be deeper personal or strategic reasons, making this a story that's as much about the human element of football as it is about the game itself. Fans are dissecting every interview, social media post, and cryptic remark from both Williams and the Bears, searching for clues that might confirm or debunk the brewing storm. And sports talk shows are dedicating hours of airtime to break down every nuance of this unfolding drama, leaving audiences on edge, eager to see which way the scales will tip and whether loyalty, pride, or ambition will ultimately drive the decisions that could redefine careers and franchises alike in ways no one could have anticipated. The magnitude of Caleb Williams' statement cannot be overstated, as it touches not only on personal career decisions, but also on the intricate ecosystem of team chemistry, fan expectations, and media scrutiny that accompanies every high-profile athlete in today's sports world. Imagine a scenario where a franchise of the Bears' historical stature faces the prospect of losing a quarterback of Williams' caliber before the season even begins, all because of a single potential roster move. The ripple effect would extend far beyond the practice field, impacting ticket sales, sponsorship deals, and the morale of players, coaches, and the fan base alike. Industry insiders are already theorizing about the potential domino effect, with speculation ranging from front office negotiations behind closed doors to secret strategies aimed at appeasing a player whose influence extends far beyond the statistics he posts on the scoreboard. While some commentators frame this as a typical power play in professional sports, others argue that it could mark a turning point in how athletes assert agency over their careers, refusing to be mere pawns in organizational gambits. Social media platforms are ablaze with theories, memes, and fiery debates, as fans and analysts alike weigh the possibility of showdown between the ambitions of a single athlete and the strategic plans of a historic franchise, turning what might have been a routine offseason into a suspense-filled narrative that captivates millions of viewers who are now invested not just in the game, but in the personal choices and statements that define its most compelling characters. Sources close to the situation are hinting that Caleb Williams' ultimatum is not just a spur-of-the-moment outburst, but the culmination of ongoing tension between him and the Bears' potential acquisition target. There are suggestions that these two figures share a history filled with competitive clashes and philosophical differences regarding the way football should be played and approached at the professional level. Insiders are painting a picture of a clash of titans, not on the field this time, but off it, in boardrooms and private discussions that will likely never be fully disclosed to the public. Speculation about what exactly triggered this ultimatum ranges from disagreements over playing style and leadership approaches to deeper personal grievances that may have been simmering for years, surfacing only now under the glare of public attention. Analysts are dissecting every past encounter, every college or professional matchup, and even subtle body language captured in interviews and press conferences, attempting to decode the underlying message of Williams' declaration. Some believe that his ultimatum is a calculated strategy designed to exert leverage over team management, while others argue it reflects a more principled stance, a refusal to compromise his values or vision for the game. Regardless of the motivations, the scenario has become a prime example of the high-stakes drama that professional sports can generate, where off-field statements and personal stances can rival on-field performance in terms of public interest and potential consequences for teams, players, and fans alike, keeping everyone on tenterhooks as they await the next chapter in this unfolding saga. The media frenzy surrounding Caleb Williams' statement has taken on a life of its own, with sports networks devoting entire segments to theorizing about possible outcomes, while podcasts and online forums are filled with passionate debates about the ethics and strategy behind such an ultimatum. Some commentators suggest that Williams may be leveraging his star power to influence the Bears' roster decisions, effectively sending a message that his participation in the league is contingent upon the composition of the team he joins. Others caution that this could backfire, noting that organizations at this level often operate according to long-term strategies that may not bend to the demands of any single player, regardless of talent. The psychological dimension of this situation cannot be ignored either, as fans and players alike speculate on how the potential presence or absence of certain individuals on the roster could alter locker room dynamics, team morale, and ultimately performance on the field. Rumors about clandestine meetings between Williams representatives and Bears executives have begun circulating, though nothing has been confirmed, adding layers of intrigue and uncertainty that fuel the speculation machine even further. The public, accustomed to seeing athletes conform to organizational hierarchies, now witnesses a high-profile figure seemingly challenging the system, creating a spectacle where the narrative is shaped not just by plays and stats, but by statements, perceptions, and the unfolding chess game of influence and negotiation. With each passing day, new angles and interpretations emerge, ensuring that the debate will continue to dominate sports news cycles, captivating audiences and leaving fans and analysts alike wondering how far this ultimatum could really go and what it might mean for the future of one of football's most-watched stars. Analysts have also begun to speculate on the potential strategic implications for the Bears if they proceed with the acquisition that triggered Williams' ultimatum. Beyond the obvious impact on roster management and team dynamics, there are questions about how this scenario might influence the organization's public image and relations with sponsors, partners, and supporters. Could the Bears risk alienating a rising superstar like Caleb Williams simply to secure a controversial addition to their squad? Or might the organization find a way to balance competing interests, negotiating behind the scenes to prevent a high-profile fallout? Sports economists and commentators are weighing the financial and reputational consequences, noting that the stakes extend far beyond a single game or season. Some are even suggesting that this could set a precedent for future contract negotiations, where players increasingly leverage their influence to shape team compositions in ways previously unimaginable. Meanwhile, fan reactions range from outrage to support, with social media becoming a battleground for competing interpretations of loyalty, ambition, and principle in professional sports. The situation has become a perfect storm of talent, ego, strategy, and public perception, transforming what might have been an ordinary offseason into a high-drama saga that touches every corner of the football world. The suspense is almost palpable as everyone watches, waits, and speculates on the potential consequences of Williams' ultimatum, knowing that whatever unfolds could have reverberations across the league for years to come. Finally, the human side of this story cannot be overlooked, as it offers a window into the pressures, passions, and personal convictions that drive professional athletes. Caleb Williams' ultimatum is more than a headline. It is a reflection of the complex interplay between personal values, competitive drive, and career aspirations that define modern sports stardom. Observers note that the stakes are not just professional, but deeply personal, encompassing questions of identity, respect, and legacy that resonate far beyond the football field. As speculation intensifies, the narrative shifts from simple rumor to a story about courage, conviction, and the difficult choices that elite athletes face when their principles collide with organizational agendas. Social media engagement, fan debates, and media coverage have created a feedback loop that amplifies the drama, making the story feel immediate, consequential, and inescapably human. In the coming weeks, every statement, every negotiation, and every hint from Caleb Williams or the Bears will be dissected, analyzed, and interpreted for hidden meaning, fueling endless speculation about loyalty, ambition, and the lengths to which a player will go to protect their vision and influence the game on their own terms. The tension between individual agency and organizational strategy has never felt so vivid, and as the saga unfolds, the football world braces itself for a chapter that could redefine not only Caleb Williams' career, but also the very nature of player-team relationships in professional sports today. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on our Chicago Bears. And don't be shy. Drop your thoughts on the news in the comments below. The ripple effects of Caleb Williams' ultimatum are already sending shockwaves through the football world, and insiders suggest that the tension is only beginning to build. Discussions behind closed doors are rumored to be intense, with executives, coaches, and agents weighing every possible scenario in an effort to predict how this standoff could unfold. The mere possibility that a single player could influence a team's roster decisions at such a high level has become a hot topic of debate among sports strategists, who are divided between seeing Williams' move as an unprecedented assertion of player power or a dangerous gamble that could backfire spectacularly. Meanwhile, fans are dissecting every past matchup, every interview, and even every social media post from both Williams and the controversial target, attempting to read between the lines for hidden intentions or subtle hints about how this situation might evolve. Some suggest that this drama could redefine the way contracts and acquisitions are negotiated, potentially empowering elite players to assert more influence over the composition of their teams, while others worry it might set a precedent that disrupts the traditional hierarchy of professional sports. The intrigue is not confined to the team itself. Commentators speculate that rival franchises may be closely watching the saga, considering how the outcome might affect the balance of power in the league, with each development analyzed as a potential template for handling high-profile stars who are unafraid to make their voices heard in matters that extend far beyond the playing field. At the heart of the speculation lies the question of whether the Bears are prepared to navigate the storm created by Williams' ultimatum, or if they might reconsider the controversial acquisition entirely to avoid alienating one of the league's most promising talents. The situation raises fundamental questions about team loyalty, management strategy, and the influence of individual players on organizational decision-making. Some insiders suggest that executives are caught in a high-stakes balancing act, needing to weigh the potential talent and impact of the incoming player against the risk of losing a quarterback whose presence could define the team's success for years to come. Analysts are also discussing the possible psychological effects within the locker room, as teammates may feel the tension indirectly, adjusting their behavior, alliances, and expectations based on the uncertainty surrounding leadership, hierarchy, and team cohesion. Social media, as always, has amplified the drama, with fans creating an endless cycle of speculation, memes, and theories about what Williams' departure could mean, while sports pundits debate whether his stance is a courageous demonstration of principles or an overreach of influence that challenges the authority of team management. The narrative is evolving into something larger than a mere transaction. It has become a cultural moment, a story about power, ambition, and identity in modern professional sports that transcend statistics, contracts, and even the outcomes of games. Rumors circulating from anonymous sources indicate that negotiations behind the scenes could involve compromises that the public may never fully know, from strategic promises to salary adjustments, to assurances about leadership roles and team culture. Speculators suggest that Williams' ultimatum may be a calculated move designed to secure not just playing time, but a position of influence within the team's structure, ensuring that his vision for success is respected and that his voice carries weight in major decisions. The idea that a single player could shape the strategic direction of a historic franchise is unprecedented in many ways, and the football world is watching with a mixture of awe and apprehension. Commentators point out that if Williams follows through on his threat, the Bears would face immediate logistical and reputational challenges, from recalibrating game plans to managing fan expectations and sponsor relationships. Yet, some argue that his willingness to risk his career's stability highlights the shifting power dynamics between elite players and organizations, signaling a new era where talent, influence, and personal principles intersect in ways that redefine the landscape of professional sports. The ongoing speculation ensures that every public statement, media appearance, or social media post could carry hidden meaning, fueling endless discussion and analysis among fans, analysts, and rival teams eager to predict the next twist in this high-stakes drama. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Chicago Bears, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.